Hello everybody, I'm Hunter Bolding, and I'm here to tell you about some misconceptions that you have about the 4K UHD, 4K Ultra HD format, and because it's just a misunderstood format that has a lot of detractors, and I don't know why. I don't know why people seem to hate this format so much. It is a bit more of a collector's niche format, and that's the point of it. The point of the format is that it is a niche format. It's not for everybody. It's not for everybody out there, but I'm going to dispel some of the biggest misconceptions that I've heard about 4K UHD right now. So to start off, let's just start it off with studios don't release good movies or good releases on 4K UHD. It's just all sort of ported crappy stuff. Well, here's a release of Fright Night on Steelbook from Sony, a big studio, and they put the movie out on 4K in a very nice collector's package. You can check it out right here. And guess what? This has all of the extras that are included on the Eureka release. And that's one of the nicest Blu-rays ever. But outside of this 4K that I did not know that Sony had the capacity to make, you got all of the extras on this release, and you get new extras on this release. That's the magnificent thing, is that it's not just all studios crapping out stuff on the format. You get releases like this, like Fright Night on 4K, that is just magnificent. The next one is that to watch 4K movies, you need some sort of big, gigantic, badass setup, and you need a $500 4K player. No, you don't. If you have an Xbox One X, if you have a PS4 Pro, if you have a PlayStation 5, you have an Xbox Series X, if you have just a basic 4K player, that'll do the job. For most people, seeing the fidelity of the increase of fidelity and image quality with those really nice high-end 4K players, it's going to be enough for them to justify it. But for most people, it's going to look really nice still on your PlayStation 5, on your Xbox. It's going to look fine. It's going to look fine on your normal TV. If you want to see what my 4K setup is that I watch most of my 4K movies on, it's right here. There's nothing special about this TV. It does output in 4K. There's nothing special about my PlayStation 5. It outputs in 4K. It sounds nice. It looks nice. Could I get a better picture if I go inside and watch on my big-ass TV in the living room? Of course. But out here, it's more comfortable. Will I get a better picture quality if I watch it on my 4K monitor? Yes, I will. But guess what? That's not as big of a screen. It's not as comfortable. I love watching movies on this TV. It is just kind of my comfort zone. And so you don't need to have a crazy ass setup to enjoy your 4K movies. You don't. It's just crazy that I see people it's this sort of gatekeeping of the format almost, where this is part of the reason why people think, oh, 4K Ultra HD, you need this whole new setup. You don't. You really don't. Another misconception that I've seen of 4K is that it's too expensive to collect for. Well, if you're going for the big, gigantic releases in 4K, which from special labels, yes, it is a little more expensive. But guess what? You can get something like this. You can get the Spider-Man trilogy, Sam Raimi's Spider-Man movies 1, 2, and 3, for really cheap. It's not that expensive to get this release. Or you can get something that just came out, brand new. You can get Heat, which comes with the 4K, the Blu-ray, and the digital code. And you can get this for dirt cheap. You don't have to buy 4Ks all right when they release. Studio stuff like this never goes out of print. It's always on sale. Stuff like this is always on sale on Amazon. You can get movies on 4K that also include the Blu-ray. I got the 4K for Heat for cheaper than I paid for the Blu-ray. I paid $15 for the Blu-ray. I paid $10 for this on Amazon. I got this for like $20. And I got 3 4K movies with extras and everything included. Nice picture quality. You don't need to break the bank to get 4K movies. It's wild that people have this misconception that it's somehow impossible to collect for if you're collecting on a budget. It's not. And also, people are starting to get 4Ks floating into thrift stores, pawn shops. Go check those out also. And there's always sales. Go check Diabolic DVD, Orbit DVD. They have sales on 4K stuff all the time. The next misconception that I've seen, which is crazy to me, is that specialty boutique labels don't support 4K. Are you kidding? Look at Vinegar Syndrome's release of From Beyond, 4K, totally supported. You can get Severin's Cemetery Man. Look at how beautiful this 4K package is right here. This is one of the most stunning 4K releases I have ever seen. And I'm just going to show you the close-up of it because here we go. One of the most stunning 4K releases I've ever seen. You can see the pile of special features on the back. This is one of the best transfers I've ever seen. And you can say, oh, well, it means that the companies aren't going to be paying as much attention to 4Ks because they're more expensive to make. They're putting a lot of their movies out on 4K. Vinegar Syndrome, when they can, put awesome movies out on 4K. You even have Vinegar Syndrome's like premiere line. This is Roadhouse. Guess what it is, folks? It's in 4K. Wow, that's crazy that they're putting out an awesome release like Roadhouse on 4K as part of one of their biggest lines. And guess what? People are buying it because it's awesome. It's filled with tons of extras. They put tons of work into restoring these kind of things on 4K, and you can see it with the work that these boutique labels put out. Even Vinegar Syndrome, okay, let's see. What about Scream Factory? Scream Factory putting out Night of the Demons on 4K. You can see it here. They put tons of work into this, and there's new special features here just as well. So you might say, oh, well, Scream Factory, they're just porting all their stuff over. They're doing that with a lot of stuff. But guess what? If you don't own it, buying the 4K is the best option because the other ones are probably out of print. With Night of the Demons, the upgrade was well worth it because the 4K scan is amazing and there's new extras on here. It blows my mind that people are still out there talking like this, that 4K is this crazy format that no one can do, no one can watch, no one can collect for it. Guess what? You can. My last misconception that I've seen, and it's a doozy, is that only new movies look good in 4K. I have got a release right here that is quite cheap to buy, so it fits a lot of the parameters we have here. They just put out a nice new box set with all these in it. But the Universal Classic Monsters in 4K. These movies are old as dirt. And guess what? They look stunning on 4K. They look beautiful, just like brand new. And guess what? It comes with the 4K and the Blu-ray. They look stunning. They've got bonus features. They've got new, just amazing transfers. Just breathe new life into the movie. And that's not just these movies. It's older movies across the board. A lot of these older movies that get time and attention put into the transfers, they look better than new on 4K. And you can tell the difference. I will say, with a lot of newer movies, between the 4K and the Blu-ray, if it's a pretty big increase in price, I'll go with the Blu-ray. But older movies, these movies look like new on 4K. It's crazy. And it's crazy that all these people out here are crapping on 4K like it's some dead, dying format. It's not. It really isn't. And you can see all about that in this video right here. You can see why 4K will live on, especially as a niche collector's format.